Okay, so let's take a look at what we have in terms of quests here. If I remember correctly, I believe we were looking at a few, or actually the main quest, and seeing if there was something we could do there. No, that's the secondary quest. Hold on, hold on. Main quest. Because we did the Henrik mission a little while back and found out that, well, Wild Hunt actually ended up finding him, and he is no more. However, we did get some leads regarding a witch and the Bloody Baron. We have actually been to, I think, both of these locations before, but now we actually have a quest reason for visiting them, so we'll double back there at some point. And there is also Pirates of Novigrad. Granted that it's a little bit of a higher level, and it's actually a little bit more of a match for our level, but given how these ones are lower, we probably want to get them done first, at least, and then we'll go to Pirates of Novigrad. And let's take just a quick look at our secondary quests here, and Witcher contracts. Yeah, so these were definitely not finding anything that is a good fit for us level-wise at the moment. I thought treasure hunts we had several that were potentially going to work for us. Yes, although they're all in Novigrad, where we are not currently located. So those might be ones to wait for. Let's just take a quick look at our map as well, because I thought I recently, well, a little ways back, I remember we saw a bunch of things show up here that were not previously in this location. All these ones that we were checking out not so long ago. And there was all this stuff going on with the wraiths over here, and like a treasure hunt in that location that looked like it was a little bit out of our league. I actually didn't check this out though. Okay, so I think we could potentially go back over to the mystery zones over in the water over here. Guarded treasure. This was a wraith, if I remember, that was a little too strong for us. Probably still is too strong for us. However, the sunken treasure here, and I assume this is probably also sunken treasure of some variety. Apparently, if we fight drowners with our crossbow underwater, because remember that we can't swing our sword when we're in the water, so the only way we can defend ourselves is with the crossbow. Apparently, if you shoot your crossbow underwater at the drowners, it takes them out in 1 or 2 shots, which, don't ask me how or why that works, because when we're on land, it takes like 20 shots at least, but somehow, some way, that's the thing. So, that means that, although previously I was reluctant to go on those missions because, well, it seemed like it was going to take us an eternity to get rid of those drowners, and it was probably more likely for us to just outrun them than actually take them out and then take the treasure without any of the guardians preventing us from doing so. That does mean that since the crossbow is more powerful than I anticipated underwater, that's maybe a little more doable. Definitely a lot more doable than I originally expected. So those could be things that we do soon. However, I think that at this rate, I would like to still go a little bit further on the main quest, because we seem to have built a little bit of momentum there. Granted, that's a little bit of a dangerous thing to do, because we could potentially, quote-unquote, run out of time for some secondary quests, or maybe even Witcher contracts. I don't know about those. But some of them that you need to finish after a certain amount of time, otherwise you just automatically fail them. I don't think we have any of those at the moment, so I think we're good there. And for that reason, given how Witcher contracts-wise and secondary quest-wise, we don't have much in the way of good fits level-wise. It would mostly just be treasure hunts versus main quest, and given how all the treasure hunts are relatively far away besides those ones we were just looking at on the map there, I think I'm going to go for either the Hunting a Witch or Bloody Baron. And I thought we actually went to one of those locations. We might even be in the witch location right now. Let's check. Or, yes, we are. So, I think that's what we were planning on doing earlier, so why not continue that? So let's look a little more closely at what the plan is then. So we need to find the witch on your own, or ask the residents of Midcops about her. Okay.
Half past the pond.
Can we speak to generic residents? Is there a reason why bumping into that old man happened to have updated the quest for us? What? What was that? Excuse me? In Ciri's footsteps, multiple locations. Emmer Van Emrys has been searching for his daughter Ciri for quite some time. Even the most dubious sighting of an ashen-haired young woman with a scar on her cheek would send Imperial spies scurrying. Not even the harsh conditions of war-ravaged Velen deterred them. Indeed, it is there they had been most successful, determining that Ciri had been, and possibly still was, in the region. Reports of a similar nature had also come in from Novigrad, but remained unconfirmed. Emir's spooks had gathered nothing concrete from Skellige, but an explosion of magical energy had taken place on one of the isles, and it seemed likely that Ciri had been somehow involved. Oh, that wasn't specific to... Oh, what? We're supposed to eavesdrop on the gossiping women who apparently were over here and I just didn't even realize? Probably these people over here. Hold on. It's going crazy right now. Oh, we were hovering over in Ciri's footsteps, that's why. Keep your distance from the gossiping ladies so they don't see you eavesdropping. Okay, well, I'm sorry. Is it far enough away, or is it going to say that we failed again? It's probably going to say we failed again. Oh my goodness! It would help if I wasn't, like, right next to them at the start of this. If I had the opportunity to read that first, you know? Alright, out of curiosity, is there anything that we can do now? Please tell me proactively what you would like me to do so that I don't instantly fail. Notes left by Hendrik, the Nilfgaardian agent, mentioned that Ciri had quarreled with some witch, and that the newt stewer in question could be found near the village of Midcops. Exactly where Geralt did not know, and so he was forced to swallow his manly pride and ask the locals for directions. So, theoretically, apparently, we were supposed to eavesdrop on those people. I was originally thinking we would just walk up to people and ask them, but apparently that is not the case, and apparently we may potentially be punished for doing just that. I did also hear you guys say a little while ago that theoretically, if there are no guards watching, then we could take even loot that is out in the open like this in towns. And I don't currently see any of said guards. Are we in the clear here? But we're about to find out. There's a lot here. Pure silver. Sounds like that is something that we'd very much like to stockpile. So, I don't know. Seems like worthwhile. And I don't think there's currently anyone chasing after us. So that's good. Now that these women have separated...
Heard you talking about a witch.
Yes.
I'd like...
You heard wrong.
Darn.
But you've wandered too far. Meager hovels here, that's all. You should get back on the high road whence you came.
Right now they're gonna push me into the fence and beat me up. Okay, so yes, as we feared, that's gonna make things a bit more complicated, I'm afraid. However, we also apparently have not looted in these buildings, so there's that. So are we basically going to go around town and guess who's the witch? Because you are currently sleeping inside of your mattress. So you are suspect numero uno, old man. And however, it does seem like, given how it's getting late at night, possibly, people might be going into their homes, and it might be something that we need to wait a little bit for. We might need to meditate here, wait for people to come back out, and then speak to them again, and hope that we can talk to people after that. But, I mean, surely we didn't just completely ruin the mission by happening to be standing next to people as soon as that mission was underway and immediately fail. Surely that's not a thing. In the meantime, I will steal all of your bread.
About that witch.
Leave us
These are the
be,
same
old
people?
corny man.
Yeah, they are. Now, can we, like, follow you? Gonna go somewhere where, say, we might find the witch? Let's be sneaky here. Perhaps sneakier than we were earlier. Where are you two headed? We're going over here. Okay. Where exactly, though? You gonna behave differently now that you're by yourself?
About that witch.
No, now your friend has magically
Let's be all
teleported
man.
next to you. And we have teleported as well. Back to this location. Okay. Odd. Very odd. Seems like you're the witch now. So let's go for the meditation then. And we'll go till the morning. And fingers crossed that there will still be people to talk to, ways to figure out who this witch is. Otherwise, we're in trouble here. I don't know how else we're gonna get that information. Now, I'm assuming that, you know, we just talk to every single peasant that we run into, and most of them are gonna end up being these two because they're actually everywhere simultaneously. I kind of hate you two already.
God's preserve
Any talk of, say, a witch? Oh, you have a broom.
Greetings, ma'am.
Good day to you.
It's totally
sir.
her. Totally her.
Need something?
You have a broom. And we have this prompt to say that we're looking for a witch. So, something tells me you know something here.
Got a matter for your village witch. Know where I can find her?
I don't bother with her myself. But ask my man. He'll know. Twerked his back so bad last week he could hardly move. So I sent him to the witch. Came back sprightly as a foal.
Where is he?
In the yard, no doubt. Pain's gone, but sleuth's settled now. Should be hunting foxberries to feed our young ones. Marion's lad, and that man, he knows how to provide for his family. Got some water rats last. They had food for days.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Enough is enough.
Actually, didn't look at whether there are now guards out here because it's in the middle of the day, but I don't think so, so we will continue to take your stuff. Mostly your alcoholic beverages of various assortments. Okay, and I suppose we can improve our gear for the time being. We're right here. Okay,
Wind
so
howling.
what do we want? Just leap over your blacksmith here.
Master Witcher, there's an elven burial ground in the caverns nearabouts mid-copse, and a heap of monsters roaming about it.
Huh. We know about that?
Good day. Heard you know where to find the local witch.
Who told you that?
Your wife.
Daft wench. Leave me be and don't listen to that nattering sow. We've not had a witch, shaman, nor cunning wench in ages.
Is that so? I think we have upgraded our mind control ability a little bit here, our axes, so I'm hopeful that this will work. Otherwise, of course, we could bribe.
You sure?
There we go.
Give it a think.
Let's give him a little
Won't take no for
the
an
hand
answer,
gesture.
will ye?
That's all it takes.
Ooh, all right.
This is the
Know
witch
the
you're
small
looking for.
pond near the village? Path leads off from it. Follow that till you come across a lone rock. Walk around that, then to the woods. Find the old cart. You're there.
Thanks.
It's just... don't harm her, sir. Word of your kind's reached these parts.
My kind. Meaning?
Well, the witch-burning kind.
Excuse me? We don't burn witches.
No need to worry.
Oh, I should
I'm not
have
out
asked
to
him that
hurt
other
your
question
witch.
as well. I didn't even see what that was.
Ooh, a weight off me heart, sir. She only arrived a short while ago, but she's frightfully wise. Even pleasant on the eyes, if you like 'em skinny.
Thanks for your help. Farewell.
Okay. Not bad. Now, is there any reason why our quest indicator is over in this direction? I mean, this is probably where the guy was saying to look. Let's check the map. It's by a little lake, and if we zoom... well, can't really zoom any more than this, I guess? I don't think. Oh! I didn't even see this was a thing. Wow. Oh, that's nifty. Okay. So, does that mean... Huh. I mean, I'm not sure if this is like you've done 1 out of 1, or that means there's 1 out of 1 remaining. Given how the quest is over here and that says 1 out of 1, that would suggest that there's probably still remaining, although things like stashes... Oh, or can you... Oh, and just go straight to them. That's cool. Okay, I did not realize that was a thing. That is very convenient. Very convenient indeed. Especially if you're looking for question marks. Yeah. Alright. I like the look of that. Now I've, of course, lost track of where we are. Okay, here we are. That's probably a bit of an aside for the moment. Well, this is presumably our little body of water.
A large stone near the pond.
Where, though? There is a little hut over here. Does this have anything to do with it? This look like a witch's hut to you? Might. It might. Not been here yet. So, let's at least take a look. No witches to be found, though. Silver? Certainly take that. Okay, yep, still more. Files are pretty useless, though. Thought there was still more to take, or is it just extinguishing that? Can we get to that other barrel? Is there anything in here? There is. Oh, yes. All of your water are belong to us. Let's carry on here. And we're looking for a large stone of some variety. Oh, actually, over here, and that looks like a large stone to me.
Roots are gonna rot my gut.
Okay.
The boulder. Now right, and onto the cart.
Now, see, right is a relative term. I assume you mean this way. Yes, okay. We do also have the quest indicators as well, so... Oh! Well, those neckers sound? I'm not actually sure. Yes. Just level 4 neckers. Not that neckers have been much of an issue for us recently. Let's see. I kind of like Igni on the necker so that we can do things like ow, that. Ideally, take them all out in one hit, but not this time. Hello, neckers. There we go. Whoa! Goodbye to you, sir. And you too. Alright. Sure thing. Let's loot the neckers. And theoretically there's one other set of loot. Yes. Okay. And cart.
The cart.
Next.
Witch's hut is somewhere nearby.
Well, there is definitely a hut over there. I'm curious where this is on the map. I feel like there's definitely a chance that we went over here. Didn't we originally go down this way, like hug the water here, and the way we got to Midcops the first time around was by going along the coastline here? I feel like there's a very reasonable chance that we went to this hut earlier, but we probably were not able to interact with it in the way that we are about to interact with it. You know, people were probably not over here before. Okay, now, do we need to eavesdrop from afar this time? Possibly. Let's approach with caution for that reason. It's definitely quite a group here. No, we've heard that one already, so I'm guessing, yep, we just keep going.
Miss, cows are wheezing, won't rise from the barn floor. Pus streams from her snout.
Do I look like a dairymaid to you?
No, miss, but you know things.
Don't mind
Tis
us.
our last cow. None other left in the village.
Rest died of hunger, or soldiers let him off. Oh, we're as good as dead without her.
I shall give you herbs. Mix them with water drawn from the spring at midnight, then make the cow drink them. But first, you must clean out your barn. Thoroughly. Is that clear?
Thank you, miss. 1,000 thanks.
Enough. I've had my fill for the day. Go home.
Oh, yay.
She's in a foul mood. We'd best come back on the morrow.
Watch what she
Maybe.
said. She's quick to ire, apt to take revenge.
Okay.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
One moment while we take all of her herbs. They're actually pretty good ones. Ones that I'm not so much of. Which I suppose does make sense, given how presumably she's up to some pretty powerful magics herself. Okay. You, however, we have some talking to do.
Anyone home?
Spear on us? Oh. Okay. Definitely something there. Red, so that should mean quest-wise it is of significance to us. I'm kind of also curious as to whether there might be clues? Recipe for black eyeliner? What? Black eyeliner in a pinch. When deprived of professional products, one can mix up black eyeliner from crushed medicinal charcoal mixed with fresh egg yolk and a drop of lavender oil to keep contaminants at bay. Store the eyeliner in a cool place for at most 3 days, then make a new batch because the old one has surely rotted. Ingest the remaining medicinal charcoal, for it can only do you good. Okay. Oh, and these are other books or reading material that we picked up recently. Normally when we see those exclamation points, they've been things that we have actually read before. However, these look like they're certainly one-off things and not the typical, like, history of Zerrikania that we've seen a bazillion times. There are more locations marked with the cat's head pictogram than we had suspected, yet each remains identical to the one we found in the caverns under Temple Isle in Novigrad. I've marked their locations on this map. Aldebert Kermit, adjunct natural history at the Oxenfurt Academy. Okay. Christiana did not care a whit for her stepmother's admonitions. She would toss off her ragged foot wrappings and walk barefoot instead. She would wear Koviri lace and batik knickers under her rough hair skirt. And when dusk fell, and the other novices dutifully went to offer their evening prayers, she would slip off quietly and run down to the bay, where Isidore, awaited her. This merry devil was thick as a barn, and had hooves instead of feet, but Christiana liked him all the same, more than anyone else in the world. For him, she broke off her betrothal and defied her family's will. She knew that if their bond was ever discovered, both she and Isidore would be burned at the stake, and so in the dark hours of night, she planned their escape. Okay. Edwin Rayloff's first map? After being recruited by Professor Slavko Amestein to join his research group, I began to study the Griffin School of Witchers. I don't think we've heard anything about the Griffin School. We've heard, or if we have, very little. Heard a lot about Viper, a little bit about Cat, maybe the briefest of mentions of Griffin. My base of operations was the tomb under the Crookback Hills. Professor claimed this was the final resting place of one of the Griffins, and wished to find a way inside. I quickly discovered a range of places of interest, each marked with a pictogram in the shape of a Griffin School Witcher medallion. I've marked these points on the map. Edwin Greyloff, adjunct in natural history at Oxford Academy. That's the same guy. Edwin Greyloff's second map. Plowing syphilitic son of epoxy person. I lost the first map I prepared for Professor Adamstein in a game of Gwent. Might we be able to win that back if we win a game of Gwent? Granted, we have the first map here, but I must now return to my base camp near the tomb under Crookback Hills and start anew. Meanwhile, I will mark further points of interest on this map. Same guy? Okay. Yeah. So we have not read those yet, despite having picked those up, and that should mean that we're going to get a bunch of locations marked on our map for them. My guess is they're not going to be that close to where we currently are, but we can check. Also curious what level it'll say that those things are. Those quests or treasure hunts. Is that all of them? Yes. Assuming they'll probably fall under treasure hunt. 23... This might have also been one of them. Oh no, this... So yeah, I mean, a little ways in the future for sure. And they are in... Well, most of them are in Novigrad. This one is in Velen. I'm curious where that is. But I'm not actually gonna do it now in all likelihood. It is over here. Lindenvale. Near the manor. Oh. Isn't this right around where we ran into the treant of some variety? Might have been a little further up, and supposedly it was following us a long ways toward the Rearden Manor. Oh, and someone was saying there was an additional something of note in this area that we did not manage to find. Then it might be worth checking back there at some point to pick that up. So let's try not forget about that, but I probably will. So try to make a mental note. But anyways, that's all a bit of an aside, because of course the primary objective going in here was to find this witch and, well,
Now, where's she run off to?
there's a trapdoor here. Probably has something to do with that, right? But let's get all the reading material first. Darling, I'm writing because you must be worried that I'm still angry. Silly man. You know full well I never hold a grudge long. I forgive you. It's all because of that secretiveness of yours. Is it so strange for me to take an interest in your plague research? It is a little odd. I adore watching you at work in your tower. Please, if you still refuse to discuss the results of your experiments with me... With me? That sounds concerning. Experimenting on a person. At least don't deny me that small pleasure. If Vesserad doesn't leave you tomorrow evening, come see me. We'll clear everything up over a glass of wine. Or two. Or more. Okay. Okay. Now there's lots of red things for us to examine. Okay, so, maybe this isn't a particularly peaceful witch. Let's bear that in mind.
A pentagram in chalk.
Perfectly normal. Perfectly normal. Along, you know, the skull.
Powerful aura. Must be some artifact or...
Oh!
So this is where she disappeared to.
I mean, I kind of wanted to, you know, check the other things too. Might have jumped the gun a little bit here, and I am also curious going down there. So let's take a minute here to check the other red items. I'm assuming we can still look at them. Well, maybe we can't. Maybe they're all just clues of various sorts, hinting at where she might have gone. Like the pots and pans over there, like, oh, she cooked recently. I bet it was, I don't know, a ham sandwich. So, I mean, I know we're supposed to go down there, but, like, also, why would we not check this? Let's try to not get, you know, fall down here, but... What's going on here? Just your food stores? Oh, bit of repair stuff, that's not bad. Greenstone, don't mind if I do. Ah, okay. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Maybe not anymore, but at one point in time we were. Ooh. Very nice. Very nice. Crafting recipe and some good crafting materials, so good thing that we did. Throw punches. And then climb up the ladder. But mostly, get that loot. Anything else in here of that sort that we ought to take note of? Don't think so. So let's just, you know, step on through this portal that totally won't lead us into a, you know, alternate dimension or anything like that. Totally normal.
Nice.
I guess that's one way to look at it.
I was wondering how long it would take you, Geralt. I'm upstairs. Don't be shy.
Okay. Okay. Don't mind me. You know, just getting teleported to this totally different location. Totally normal. Just ignore the fact that there are also animals all over the place that are not scared of us. Elven Sages? I don't know if we've read that one. That one does not sound familiar. Many think of On Severne, meaning sage, is simply the elder speech term for sorcerer. Yet to equate a sage with the common practitioner of magic is akin to considering a newly drafted private, pay sticking out of his breeches, witchers equal okay. To equate a sage with a common practitioner of magic is akin to considering a newly drafted private, pay sticking out of his breeches, a witcher's equal, simply because both wield swords. Witchers and new privates, very different. Okay, gotcha. A sage wields magic, true, and does so with greater skill than even the most accomplished of human mages. Okay. The great renown and regard in which they are held, however, comes not from this skill, but from the other truly rare abilities they possess. Nothing is secret for an elven sage. They see both past and future as easily as the present. They have mastery over all the arcana of magic, as well as every domain of scholarship. They are the only ones who understand the nature and operation of the so-called Elder Blood and the gene of Lara Doran, and they guard this knowledge jealously. How dangerous are the Elven Mages? In all my life, I've met only one, Ida Emian of the Blue Mountains. She might possibly be the last representative of this mysterious caste. It is true, I have encountered mention of a male elf who might also belong to it, but as of this writing, I have been unable to confirm this. Okay. So these are specifically elven sages, not human sages, and I'm assuming this person that we were talking to before is a human, not an elf. But I don't know that for certain. Curious, what is the deal here? If we were to look at our map, not quest map, where would it say we are right now? Says we're still in Velen. I don't know, I'm a little skeptical about that. Something tells me that may not be the case. And also something tells me you may not be terribly happy if I were to say, you know, try to attack one of those wild animals. I'm a little bit curious as to how you would react, but let's not tempt fate. Not just yet. I was also kind of hoping you'd have some new amazing herbs of some variety here that we've never seen before, but it also does not appear to be the case. Dramatic staircase, I'll give you that.
Greetings, Witcher.